Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It's Marvin speaking. We just got an update on Ben, who went missing in Majorca, Ben Ross. Just a quick update on the story for those who don't know about him, that he went missing some time ago. This is the story of Ben Ross. Then I'll give you an update after this video. Well, after this audio.
For 12 days, then turned up alive. Brit Ben Ross has been found alive after his disappearance sparked a widespread search on the Spanish island of Majorca. The 26-year-old trainee barrister from Wigan, Greater Manchester, vanished on July 10th after he was robbed during a trip to the beach. His mum Felix Robinson said Ben was left with no money, no phone, and no way of contacting anyone. Ross' friends and family said a series of unfortunate events led to him vanishing. Ms. Robinson previously said her son sent her a text that indicated he was not in the right state of mind. But in an incredible change in fortune,
seems like Ross suffered from serious mental health problems and depression.
Ms. Robinson said she was incredibly relieved after Ben was found to be at the British consulate in Palma, Majorca. Carla Spate, who arranged a GoFundMe for Ross' family, later revealed he had received treatment for dehydration and exhaustion. Key dates: timeline of Ben Ross' disappearance. Events leading up to disappearance. Aspiring barrister Ben travelled to Palma to take a break from his studies and secured a job with a local energy company in June. He started living with new flatmates and planned to get his European tax code on July 6th. On his way back, Ben went to a nearby beach for a swim, but was robbed of his personal belongings, including his phone, passport, iPad, wallet, and keys. Ben alerted the police, but as it was late into the evening, he got lost looking for his accommodation. His flatmates then refused to let him in, as they were reportedly unaware who was knocking on the door so late. Ben then tried to break in so he could be safe. Wednesday, July 10th. Despite the incident being a misunderstanding, Ben was threatened with an eviction and police were called, although they refused to get involved.
Apparently he had an argument with his housemates about breaking in and coming back so late because he was looking for his stuff, but they didn't seem to understand. And it seems like to me as well, he didn't really understand Ben's problems either.
One of the flats reportedly threatened Ben with two men to sort him out. Family friend Spate said Ms. Robinson received an email from a new account on July 10th that showed Ben's mental health had started to deteriorate. She told The Express, basically, the email was just in reaction to the fact that he couldn't get access to his money. Ben went missing shortly afterward. Tuesday, July 16th. Spate organized a GoFundMe campaign to raise funds in order to find Ben. The GoFundMe page included information about what reportedly happened in the hours before Ben went missing. The campaign said money raised would go toward Ms. Robinson's costs to find her son, including hotel, flights, and food.
Sounds like to me that he'd been out on the streets, wandering about, and not really with it either. It's such a shame because, like I said, he needs to be back home, but there's a bit of a twist in part 2.
Any additional funds would go to the Andy's Man Club charity, which works to support men's mental health. Wednesday, July 17th. Greater Manchester Police released a statement that they were in contact with Ben's family. A spokesperson said, "We assisted the family with submitting a report to Interpol to allow the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office to act on their behalf in Spain." Thursday, July 18th. Ben's family said in a press release that Ms. Robinson had difficulties flying out to Spain. She said, "This weekend, Felix plans to fly out to start on the ground searches and go door to door from where he was staying. And
so Felix is his mum, who got some money together to actually fly out of there to see whether she could actually find him, because obviously she was really worried about him and his mental health.
Where he might have been. Ben is an old soul who loves history, literature, and art. So she will be checking anywhere with historical value on the island too, and is appealing to local people and tourists to do the same. The delays to her flying out have been caused by many factors, including the lack of support to activate protocols for missing persons abroad, and she doesn't have her passport after it had recently gone missing. She hopes to use compassionate grounds to secure a passport and fly out the next day. Monday, July 22nd. Ben's family announced on the existing GoFundMe page that he had been found safe and was at the British consulate in Majorca.
And his mum basically went to meet him there and obviously try and sort out an emergency passport to actually get him back. He did have some problems with his friends he met out there, and they wouldn't let him back into the apartment, which I think stressed him out, and not having any cards or his passport and stuff really sort of aggravated him. Maybe just to go on a bit of a mad one, should I say, but at least they got back together. But there is a part 2 which is quite worrying, which someone's got an update on. Little Miss Vodka. This is the update. And don't forget, Ben's only 26, but he does seem highly intelligent.
Lawyer that went missing for 12 days in Majorca after being found dehydrated and exhausted has gone missing again for a second time. Ben Ross, who is 26 years old from Greater Manchester, was originally reported missing on July the 10th after an argument that he had with his flatmates. His mother flew to the Spanish island and he was found on the 22nd, having suffered an alleged mental breakdown. His mother appealed for medical support, however, she was told that he needs to show signs of harming himself or the public, anyone to intervene. They said that he would have to volunteer himself to these services, which prompted the mum to appeal for the Home Office to force him to fly back to the UK. So as the mum prepared to fly home due to the high cost of accommodation, he went missing again. She reported his disappearance again. The Spanish police are now looking into this and trying to find him, however they've not been successful so far. So she has since come back to the UK and she's selling possessions and trying to raise as much money as she can so she can fly back over there. She's trying to come up with this money herself in fears that she will get the same fate that her family got from the Jay Slater case. Fans have set up a GoFundMe page to raise money for her flights and accommodation so that she can go over there and try and find her son again.
Wow. God. She needs to get her boy back as soon as possible. I know it's not her fault, so she's actually flown back without him because she couldn't afford to stay out there. Now she's got to sell, the mum's got to sell possessions to actually come back out again to try and find him. It sounds like Ben's got serious problems, mental health problems, and needs to get back to the UK where he can get the proper assessment and help. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamer Entertainment, and if anyone knows where Ben is, please let his mum know or the police know as soon as possible. Thank you. We move on to the second part, which is bad news about Ben Ross.
The British trainee lawyer that went missing for 12 days in Majorca after being found dehydrated and exhausted has gone missing again for a second time. Ben Ross, who is 26 years old from Greater Manchester, was originally reported missing on July the 10th after an argument that he had with his flatmates. His mother flew to the Spanish island and he was found on the 22nd, having suffered an alleged mental breakdown. His mother appealed for medical support, however, she was told that he needs to show signs of harming himself for the public, anyone to intervene. They said that he would have to volunteer himself to these services, which prompted the mum to appeal for the Home Office to force him to fly back to the UK. So as the mum prepared to fly home due to the high cost of accommodation, he went missing again. She reported his disappearance again. The Spanish police are now looking into this and trying to find him. However, they've not been successful so far. So she has since come back to the UK and she's selling possessions and trying to raise as much money as she can so she can fly back over there. She's trying to come up with this money herself and fears that she will get the same hate that her family got from the Jay Slater case. Fans have set up a GoFundMe page to raise money for her flights and accommodation so that she can go over there and try and find her son again.
Wow. So she's had to go back to the UK without him because he's gone missing. Feel sorry for him and his mum, but obviously he's got serious mental health problems, and when he gets stressed out he seems to want to be on his own and just goes wandering, but sometimes he can wander into trouble, harm others or harm himself. But like I said, his mum needs to get Ben home as soon as possible. Has anyone got any updates whether the police have found him or not, or where he might be? Please let the police know or his mum know as soon as possible. But it's such a shame because his mum needs to get him home as soon as possible so he can get the right treatment. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment and follow the channel. Any updates I get, I will upload it. Thank you.